Look at this day. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Yay! My creepy, pervy neighbor has gone. Oh my God, he was driving me nuts, this guy. So just, anyway, trying to be friendly because, you know, I'm by myself and I must be so lonely and I must be so bored. And you sure you don't want to come over for a drink and I'll introduce you to everyone. And, you know, would you like a cup of tea and here's a magazine and blah, 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 blah. And I've literally been hiding in here with the curtains drawn for the last 4 days, hiding from this guy who was camped right behind me, where he would basically be watching me the whole time because he's slightly above me. Anyway, thank God he's gone. I just feel this huge relief. I mean, I wasn't scared and he wasn't a dangerous person. It's just PTSD stuff. And, you know, I was being friendly, I was being nice, I was being friendly, I was being nice. And then it was like, okay, this guy's not getting the hint. You know, I said to him straight off the bat, no, I won't accept your offer to come for drinks because, quite frankly, I prefer to be on my own and I find being around people makes me very anxious. And he didn't get the hint and he kept coming around, and in the end I had to get really, anyway, I was out there early one morning because my awning pole blew down, and he's like, oh, how'd you go in the wind last night? And I was just like, don't mess with me in the morning when I'm still in my pajamas and my hair looks like crap and I don't really care. And anyway, I told him to fuck off and leave me alone. So that was quite effective. And then I've been hiding ever since because I'm a sook. But look at this day. Oh, I love this moment. I can actually open the curtains. I mean, I could open the curtains on this side, but I haven't been opening the curtains on that side because he was looking straight in on me. And I've only been coming out at like night when they're all asleep. Then I go have a shower and empty my toilet and everything. But I don't know if you can see this. Oh yeah, you can. Look at this. This is so rare. A day where the lake is as still as a mirror. No wind, which is a rarity here. It gets really windy. That's why I had to take my awning down. In the end, it got so windy. The awning was flapping around and it kind of turns my caravan into a, it feels like a boat, you know, it rocks and rolls when the wind's blowing the awning up and down. I just took the whole thing down. I couldn't be bothered. But today is a perfect day. Perfect for taking the kayak out, doing a spot of fishing, might catch some dinner. Happy, happy, joy, joy. It's so funny because sometimes I feel like I get this feeling of feeling lonely, and you know, it's not really loneliness, it's more lack of connection with people that I can relate to, which is so far and, you know, far between. But I have those people, they're just scattered around, and you know, I connect with them on the phone or on messenger video calls or whatever. I can't relate to these people out here. I just can't. Like these general people that kind of come camping out here, and they're not my people, you know. And I get really excited when they all pack up and leave. I mean, it's a revolving door, and people will come and go, but yeah, I just don't like people being around me for too long. Like more than a few days, I start getting a little bit tense. So he's gone. That's a relief. I just woke up. And I don't know. Pixie needs to go out. I need to get dressed, have a shower. And it's going to be hot today, 31 degrees apparently. So yeah, I will maybe even take, if it's nice and still like that, I might even take the camera out on the kayak. I've been a bit nervous about taking the camera out in the kayak because when I first got to the lake and it was really, really windy and I was so keen for a kayak, I just went out anyway. I actually flipped the kayak in the wind, and luckily I did have my camera on me, but it was in a waterproof case and it was tucked into one of the locker boxes, so I didn't lose it. But had I had it set up like for filming, yeah, it could have been quite tragic because it would have ended up at the bottom of the lake. So I haven't been game to film any kayaking since then until I get like a, you know, proper waterproof camera like my mate, the real McCoy, who has a really cool YouTube channel that I watch all the time because he's just surfing and fishing, and you know, he has this GoPro point of view kind of thing, which I really enjoy watching. Shout out to you. It's got me inspired to get a GoPro now, but he recently bought a kayak as well, so a little kayak like mine, so it's kind of added a new element now where I can watch someone else go kayaking as well, which I enjoy. So yeah, that's my plan for the day. And this is what happened yesterday. I had these really awesome, you can probably tell, I don't know if you can see them, I've strung them all around the edges of my caravan as well, these little string fairy lights, and they're solar operated, so like the ones that are inside, the solar panel is sitting on the windowsill and it's charging up during the day, and they come on automatically when it gets dark, and they last till about, I don't know, till I go to sleep basically. So I love them so much. I bought another set, just got them off eBay. They were like $22, and I had them set up outside on my awning, strung around my awning, and it looked really pretty at night, and because they were outside they lasted almost all night long. But then I completely forgot that I had put this bit, the solar panel charger bit, I had put it in the fishing rod holder of the kayak because it seemed like a good spot. And then when I grabbed the kayak yesterday to take it, because we do the full kayak around the whole lake, took it out for a kayak yesterday and forgot that was in there. And as I'm dragging the kayak, I split the wires. And I tried last night stripping the wire and joining it back up, but I think one wire maybe has to go into the last light. I couldn't quite work it out. Anyway, really gutted because I had only recently got these and I really, really love them. So I'm going to see if maybe my son, if he comes to visit me, he's usually a bit more nifty at things like that, can maybe fix them for me. If not, I think I'm going to splash out and buy another set because I do so love my twinkling fairy lights. Like, they just make me happy. Like, it just makes everything look pretty, you know. Like, it's not necessarily a Christmas thing. Like, I've got them in the warm white, so it's like a soft glow, not like those bright white LEDs, which I can't stand. Actually, that's another thing. I've got to have I've had my front outside stone guarders down at the moment because these people that surrounded me, these campers, one of them is parked, like I'm this way and they're that way, like in front of me there. They were literally all around me at one point, this group, like surrounded me. So even if I'd wanted to hook up and go, it would have been physically impossible. Yeah, they're still there. Anyway, they rolled in and literally blocked off my exit, and I was kind of like, what the, you know, like, that's not very cool. Like, wouldn't you think to ask me if I was planning on leaving anytime soon before you did that? And then, and they've got a fairly new caravan, and of course at night they've got these bright LED outdoor porch lights on the side of their van. I was just like, oh, kill me now, you know, like I don't know, I'm getting more and more intolerant of stuff like that. And they've all had big dogs that have been barking, and they let them off the lead and they run around, and like, I can't let Pixie out by herself or anything, obviously. And when we're walking now, I have to keep her on a really short leash because there's so many people with big dogs that'll just come barreling towards her, and she gets terrified. And I'm like, you know, she runs. If a big dog comes chasing after her, her automatic instinct is to run. And of course they think she's like a rabbit and they chase her, and it's just a dangerous situation. So unfortunately, I've had to keep her really close to me, and it's been 3 times now where she's literally been chased and almost attacked yesterday by a big dog. So yeah, not fun for her. So normally I would let her outside, just leave her on a long lead and let her sit out there. Well, I haven't been able to do that with these people around. Like, yeah, this is how I get people out, man. It's just, you know, yeah. I'm definitely not lonely. No, I don't want to come and join you for drinks around your fire, because the last few times I've accepted people on those offers just because, you know, I'm a nice person and I'm a people pleaser at heart, and I go and sit with these people and I just feel so uncomfortable within a few minutes of them asking me about my life, or where did you grow up, or where are you from, or, you know, anytime I start divulging any part of my story at all, it becomes apparent very quickly that they think I'm a bit weird. And, you know, I try to engage them and find out what, you know, their story is, like, where are you from, what do you do, blah, blah, and they come back with like simple 1 or 2 word answers, and the conversation just seems to hold. And then the next thing you know, I think, oh my God, I'm doing all the talking, I'm feeling really self-conscious, my social anxiety stuff comes up, and twice now it's been like people literally just get up and start walking away, and I'm like, don't invite me over if you don't want to hear my stories, you know, like, fine, I'll sit here by myself. And I tell myself, mental note, don't make that mistake again. Don't, if someone comes and asks you to, you know, acts like they're interested in you, just say no thank you, which is what I ended up doing with this guy. It was the first time I practiced the art of no. This creepy, insistent guy who was making me feel really uncomfortable. It was like, stop being so nice. And I don't want to not be nice. Like, I'm a nice person, you know. And I did. I was really polite. I just was like, I'm sorry, but, you know, because based on my previous experience of these attempts of connecting with people, because I do want to connect with people, but I just don't want to connect with any old person. I want to connect with the kind of people where I can be myself around. And that is a very, very, very rare thing. Very rare. So I've been hanging on mainly to those few special people in my life who know who they are, who I can be myself around, and I can talk openly and not feel like a freak or a weirdo, you know. Like, people sort of like are quite dismissive when I call myself a freak or a weirdo. Oh, don't say that, you're not weird, you know. Like, and even with this guy, when I told him that I actually get really anxious around people and I prefer to hang on around, is, oh, you won't get anxious, you know, like, don't be so dismissive. Like, don't you realize how rude that is to dismiss somebody divulging something about themselves? Like, look, I'm telling you, I get anxious. I'm the one feeling my feelings. I'm the one feeling uncomfortable. I'm the one that comes back inside, beats myself up, like, you stupid thing, Lisa. Why did you think that you could actually feel comfortable around those people? Why did you think that you would have anything in common with them? Why did you think you could make a connection with random strangers who rolled in from God knows where? You're like, it's never happened before. It's not going to happen again. Don't make the mistake again. And yeah, lesson learned. I finally got to the point of being able to stand up for myself and speak my truth. It is so hard for me to speak my truth because I've been a people pleaser. Especially with my job, I had to be friendly to everyone. I didn't want everyone to think I was a bitch or anything like that. Or, you know, you had to be miscongeniality all the time because it was, you know, the sale of your product was dependent on your personality being appealing. And, you know, that's been the case all my life. And again, goes back to childhood stuff and even younger. You know, if you wanted to be liked or loved or even seen or noticed, you had to be appealing. You had to be, you know, over the top, nice and agreeable and pleasing. And what can I do for you, you know? Not expect anything yourself, but just make sure that everybody else was okay, because that would make your life a lot easier. So, yeah. Anywho, I don't always think and talk about this sort of stuff, trust me. Somebody was like, made a comment on one of my YouTube videos like, oh, I think you need a new therapist. You spend way too much time focusing on your mother or your family issues or whatever. And I was like, have you watched my channel? Like, have you watched all my other videos? I mean, 90% of the time, I'm out in nature, I'm going for walks, I'm hiking, I'm kayaking, I'm driving, I'm enjoying my life and my caravan life and, you know, playing with my dog and cooking up beautiful, healthy meals for myself. And just because you see, you know, one video or a couple of videos where I mentioned the fact that yes, I do have issues. I've got rheumatoid arthritis, I've got complex PTSD, I do suffer from anxiety. I've gone through a lot of grief with the, you know, loss of my former identity and this new who am I without that process that I've been going through. It's you know, been a couple of years now. So if you're not interested in that kind of stuff, then just don't watch those videos, you know. Simple. If you just want to watch the happy, joy, traveling around in a caravan, van life, nomad life stuff, then watch those videos. People, man, people are hard work. Being on my own is just so much less stressful. So much less stressful. Anyway, just woke up. It literally takes me a couple of hours in the morning to become an agreeable human again. I'm not a happy person when I first wake up. Oh, anywho. But this makes me happy. Like, looking at that makes me super happy. And that guy being gone makes me super happy. So I'm going to get into my day and make it happen. I've got so many ideas for videos I want to do too about the process of tiny living in this caravan and how I make it all work, and whether or not, you know, a few questions I'm going to do, like the most common questions I get asked. If you have any particular questions for me, you know, hit me up, leave some comments about, you know, what you're curious about, and I'll answer. I'll do like a proper bunch of questions and answers thing. And also I'm going to do one about, you know, for people who are thinking about living this way and contemplating it, little tips and advice about what it takes to make it work, and if you know, you would be that type of person that could live in a 15 by 7 foot space and make it work for you. Like I've made it work for me, and I do love it, absolutely love it. Wouldn't change it for the world. I'm 100% happy with my home, my environment, the way I've set it up, so that every little thing I've accumulated over the last couple of years has been to make this function effectively and make it fun for me. What I do struggle with is not having control of what's outside my caravan, you know, the environment around me and the other people that might come into that space. I do wish sometimes I had more of a buffer zone, and it doesn't seem to matter how remote I go. You know, if you're at a camping place, a designated camping place, then other people are going to camp there, and you don't have a lot of control over that. And that's really the struggle. Or, you know, not being able to stay for a certain amount of time, or, you know, having to move on when you're not really up to it physically or emotionally and things like that. So, you know, there are other variable concerns, and I will address all of them, the challenges of living like this. But yeah, this part of it, my little pink palace, my little womb, it's the best part of all. So, and out there in nature, like when I'm away from all the people, and like I walk all the way around there every day, sometimes twice a day, kayak around there every day that it's like this. If it's windy and horrible, I just don't now because I'm too scared to. But I'm usually out there avoiding as many humans as possible, while everyone else is sitting in chairs out the front of their caravan being bitten by mosquitoes. And I'm like, why do you come out here if you're not going to actually get out there and, you know, have fun with it? Like, that's what we're here for, right? That's what I'm here for. They probably look at me and go, I wonder why she's sitting in there all day with the curtains drawn and the air conditioner on. It's like, because I'm avoiding you. I'm not like this. The second you roll out, I'm out there, man. You won't see me for dust. I'm out there all day enjoying the great outdoors, because that's my mother nature, you know. It's the only real mother I've ever had as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, anyway, I hope you guys have a beautiful day, because I know I'm going to. Woohoo! Check this out. They've gone. They have gone. And apart from the guy down the end there who is a worker and is hardly ever here, I've got the whole place to myself. Tell me why I do like Mondays. Tell me why I do like Mondays. Tell me why I do like Mondays. 'Cause all the other campers around, they all go home. Woohoo! Happy, happy, joy, joy. Best things about the fact that these people that were in front of me have gone is that I've been able to open up this again, open up the rock guard, which means I can watch the beautiful sunsets again, which is one of my favourite things about being here. The sunsets are just magical out here in the middle of nowhere, and yeah, the space invaders have gone. That's what I call people who, you know, in amongst all the space we have, there literally was one right there, there was one right there, there was one right there, and there was one right there. Surrounding me. Space invaders. Anyway, happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, joy. Out for a kayak. Look at how still it is. It's beautiful. What do you reckon, Pixie? Love it? Yeah, we love it. Ah, the serenity.